Salvador.
Hello, I'm Monique Tuzon-Basi. We're here to bring good vibes, big smiles, and a whole lot of fun.
Mabuhay everyone, I'm Chal Lontoc, so sit back, relax, and let the good times roll. And welcome to
The Daily Dish!
We'll give you an hour of solid discussions with our guests and tackle interesting stories that matter to you.
Yes, there's a lot of interesting and scary topics that we've been looking at. Of course, first is Chal, and she's concerned about the earthquakes.
Yes, so of course, online we've been seeing how bad it's been for the Venezuela earthquake. Not the one in Venezuela, Venezuela. We're talking about the country. But you mentioned first that this is not the only one.
No.
It was quite simultaneous. We had Japan as well. Were the two other countries?
Japan, the U.S., and
California got hit, but they didn't feel it. Like my sisters from Northern California didn't feel it. So that's a good sign.
That's crazy. 4 simultaneous earthquakes
So
at
this
once.
is all above 7 in the Richter scale. And of course, as we know, we just experienced it as well in the Mindanao region. Something is happening. Definitely the earth is moving, the plates are moving. So now is a perfect time to really be more aware of how to, what do you call those? What you're supposed to be doing
Just
before.
be prepared.
Be
The
prepared.
preparedness.
Have your go
Emergency
bag.
preparedness.
There, that's
Yeah,
the one.
yeah.
So it's a good reminder for all of us to have our go bags, to actually know the exits when we're in a building, and to know what position we should be staying. So these are just some of the clips from the airport to the other buildings. And of course, our hearts are with all of them. But more than that, it's really about hopefully still being able to find all the other missing people.
Yeah.
Right. And talking about missing people, I hope that they're not victims of this. We hope that they're just in the other street and they come back home.
I know, I hope so. When I was watching all the videos yesterday, my heart sank. I couldn't even get on social media to watch the stuff, especially with the animals. Y'all know, when there's any catastrophic thing that happens, obviously the people are number one, but the animals are the most helpless. And most of the time, they're just caged up or locked up at home. So I hope that they're okay.
And children are the most helpless as well. But talking about children,
yes, so this,
Chal has a lot.
Yes, I have a lot of things to say and share because a lot has been going on. But this is quite a good news for us. Teen pregnancy at a record low for Filipinos.
Thank you, Lord.
Wow,
Yeah, so that's
job.
a good sign.
Thank you, Lord.
Maybe it's because we're all busy looking on social media or people are doing exercises, high rocks, whatsoever. But whatever the reason is, this is a good sign that as opposed to before, when pregnancies would be earlier, this time around, looks like the teens are finding a lot of things to do.
And I hope, education, especially sex education, is helping out with this kind of curb, because that's why some countries also they don't progress as fast, is because the population is too big.
What do you think is contributing to this good news?
Well, check it out. Okay, people are busy, as you said, on their devices. That's good and bad. They're not going out as much.
There we go.
There's a low alcohol intake for Gen Zs.
They're into matcha and coffee now.
Yes, and alcohol and physical activities, they do go hand in hand at a certain point. So let's just be honest about that.
Because I saw one comment and it really received a lot of likes. How could I even think about having a child when I'm still healing my inner child? It's so Gen Z.
I love that.
It's so Gen Z.
And also, I think another thing is inflation, because people are talking about how it's hard enough for us to take care of ourselves, and then you're going to bring in children and you can't afford that. So that's also a big part.
I wonder where it's happening. Is it in the rural setting or is it the urban setting?
That's a great question, actually.
We should check that out, definitely.
All right, Mo, you have other
This makes me
news
sad,
as well.
actually, because I just traveled, and I love the refillable hotel stuff because it's more about sustainability, right? Because before they were giving all the travel size, and that's such a waste of plastic. And now they have the big refillable stuff, but now the CDC is saying there's pathogenic bacteria that's forming in there. That's like the dirtiest part of your room.
Why is that?
I did not know that. Like,
what do you mean?
Because they
the
said
dispensers?
Yeah, like the lotion, the hand soap, the shampoo, conditioner, body wash, anything that you top up, apparently there's pathogenic bacteria there.
Well,
so
I'm like,
wait a minute,
no.
wait. What are you topping up? Because
with more. Like any refillable anything.
Oh, 'cause
In
they're
the
not cleaning
shower.
it.
Because you just refill and refill.
and
to-
like maybe
I
water
thought Mo
comes
was
in the
like
air.
bringing like new like containers, and she's like, bring it.
Top up on your own DIY.
No, I don't like bringing like little
Guys,
containers.
you gotta be honest. Have you done it?
What?
Like bringing your own containers and
No,
pumping
I
that in.
don't because that's the whole point. That's why I love the refillable
Can I
ones.
instill a little bit of fear for all of you?
Okay.
Oh no.
Okay, so when it comes to soap dispensers, even in the mall here in the Philippines, I actually don't use it only because I've heard stories of certain disgruntled employees and service staff that when you do not treat them right or if they feel funny, quote unquote, certain things could be placed inside there. And the moment I heard this, I wasn't pressing down on that thing anymore.
That's not a Ferdi
Bring
problem.
your own soap. I actually bring my own soap because
Yes,
half
you
the
do.
time there's no soap here in the Philippines or tissue, so I always have.
I'm sorry, but sometimes if the brand's really nice and I'm staying in a nice hotel,
If they give,
That's
if they
what I'm
have
saying.
if they have, but
I have a
if they have
container.
a little
Sharon.
tip, yeah.
I will share on that. Okay.
So he will not Sharon food, but he will Sharon.
I will share on like
the toilet. But
yeah,
that has the
top
most
notch.
germs. We need to find out more about this though, because this is concerning me.
Yeah, we need to find out what kind of germs, the pathogens there are in those things.
Because I love those.
Don't Sharon me germs. Those are the ones that are in there. Okay, more news from you, Mo.
Actually, guys, you know how we're planning a wedding, Tam and I saw the Louis Vuitton set in Paris Fashion Week. I am obsessed. I need that as my
You need a
background for my
waterfall?
wedding. That's literally my wedding set. I love it. What Pharrell did is amazing. And actually, it's really nice because it rotates. They didn't waste any water with a beach site. They actually rotated it. It goes back. They were working with the Paris water. I forgot the name, but they're
felt more
recycling
like
the water.
An art installation
beautiful.
happening in real time.
I'm down with it.
Do you like it, Ferds? Is it Ferdi approved?
Look how different that is.
Because it makes
beautiful.
because it's outdoor, and since Paris is experiencing a super heat wave.
Yeah, 40 degrees.
Yeah, this probably help cool the venue for the guests.
It's so beautiful.
Interesting because also in Paris, as we know, it's really hot there right now. They've also just installed in one of the bridges, JR the artist, a cave. So it's about transforming certain spaces and areas into something else.
I hope
Yes.
we see that here in the Philippines.
Yeah.
We should do that.
Yes, and okay, aside from this, but it's tied into fashion also, but top creators by Forbes.
Ah, yes, this one is worth sharing.
Yeah.
So
Wow.
let's look at that list
Take it away,
right
Chal.
here.
Okay, so the top creator.
Yeah,
Chal,
so there are a couple of creators here, but obviously because we're all Filipinos and we're definitely excited about this, one of them is a Filipino.
Yes.
We're talking about the entire world, okay? We see here all
Mr. Beast, of course,
all
is
in
always
the
number
list.
one.
And
Mr. Beast, $300 million for
Which
the
one
year.
of them do you follow already?
I follow Mr. Beast, and now I follow Nurse John.
Drewski, I know of. I saw Cody
yeah, Drewski
Sanchez
too.
as well in it. But look at number 28. We've got Nurse John. with a-
Pinoy!
Pinoy! And with a total of 19.2 million followers. And they even give an estimate earning from all the collaborations plus also their
He's
creations that they made.
hilarious. So, if this is not a good way for us to say, let's be content creators, because do you see how much money they make?
Yes.
This is good
Not
advice.
just that, it goes to show you that the Filipinos are not just the number one consumers in the internet, but also creators. Because we should
Yes.
define
Yours,
that.
John, we are
Creators
proud of
and
you. You're
consumers.
Pinoy, and
Woohoo!
I'm happy
Mabuhay!
for your annual earnings. All right. Later on the Daily Dish, we'll speak with communications strategist Arian Calingo.
We'll also talk to actress, beauty queen, and singer Patricia Javier.
We're serving you all that and more here on the Daily Dish. We'll be right back.
Welcome back to the Daily Dish. Joining us today is a fellow halfie who is nothing short of remarkable.
In light of the controversial remarks made by halfies that have been making the rounds online, We're here to discuss it with Notre Dame Law School's communication strategist and good friend of mine, Arienne Calingo. Hi, Arienne.
Hey, thank you so much for having me.
Mabuhay.
I really appreciate. Yes, I appreciate the opportunity. Thank you, Mo, for inviting me to be guest on your show.
My queen, and she's catching a flight tonight back to the U.S. So I was like, girl, we need to discuss this real quick before you leave.
Yes.
Thank you for making time. Well, it was just today that I actually learned from Ferdi that there are different types of halfies. So there's a halfie like me with two nationalities or two different bloodlines. And there's another kind of halfie, which is
Us.
yes, where you are actually Filipino, but you also have lived through the culture and lived abroad as well with your citizenship.
Cultural halfies, that's what Ferdi called it.
There, cultural halfies, thank you. So let's talk about that. You have been based in the US, correct?
That is correct. So I live in the U.S. right now. I work at Notre Dame Law School. I do marketing communications there, and I cover a lot of international news as well as wrongful convictions, which is really interesting. And I used to live here as well because I competed in Miss World Philippines as well as Binibining Pilipinas.
What a list,
Right?
What a list right there. But of course, you also represented us, like what you've just mentioned,
Yes.
in several world stages as well, and here as well in the Philippines.
And she chose to represent the Philippines very proudly.
Let's start off
Yes.
with that, because you could have chosen to represent the being American, having lived there. So why the Philippines?
For me, I feel like I've always identified with Filipino values and been more curious about my Filipino culture. I think living abroad, it causes you to really feel compelled to explore that and just be curious about, Filipino culture and tradition. So when I moved here, I was really excited and I wanted to represent the Filipino people and be a voice for the Filipino people.
And I'm sure you've seen all the online stuff that's going around.
Yes.
What are your thoughts on the comment made?
Well, I do think that Brandon's comment came out very arrogant, to be honest, and also very divisive, unnecessarily divisive, and it kind of implied that mixed Filipinos are, better than full-blooded Filipinos. And I just didn't really appreciate that. And I think that his comments really, they bring up an interesting discussion that about colorism and about beauty standards here in the Philippines. And I hope that Filipinos, whether you're mestiza or morena or halfie or full Filipino, I hope that more Filipinos will feel that they have an equal opportunity to represent the country nationally and internationally.
Well, let's talk about that. The two things that you brought up, beautyism and the beauty standards here in the Philippines. What are the beauty standards here in the Philippines and how can we change that?
Well, I think it really stems from our history. We were colonized by Spain for 333 years, and I think that influenced, beauty standards. We see skin whitening products, and we also see in billboards. So I think that fair skin and Eurocentric features are what is admired here. And I think it's important for us to have a discussion on, are we promoting certain beauty standards over others?
I like that we're actually talking about this because even though you grew up in the US, you really have with you Filipino beauty all throughout. So maybe we could dig deeper with your experience. When you joined these pageants, did you feel it that not just the judges, but the audience as well were leaning towards more halfies or Filipinos who were mixed with other races?
Absolutely, 100%. And I was also even pulled aside and encouraged to use skin whitening products, and that goes against my own personal values. So in a way, it really was discouraging, but I used that as a way to feel empowered and to represent morena beauty as well.
Do you think we're getting better at that with pageantry? That they say like, don't tan, don't do this, you need to line up. But I think now there's slowly a switch happening. Do you see that? Because you also train pageant girls now.
I do train pageant girls, specifically from Pampanga and Angeles City as well. I think that the beauty standard of, fair skin, I think it'll always be prevalent here in the Philippines, which is unfortunate. But I do think that Brandon's comments really sparked a discussion about this, and I hope more people will reflect on the beauty standards that have been normalized for centuries here.
I guess data will show that in the last 10 years, whichever pageant there is, it's always been, not always and every single time, but there's been more numbers in terms of those who have won with, or who are a halfies rather. So has it been I don't know, because you guys are both already in the pageant world. Have we seen someone already who's like you, Air, who may have just grown up abroad but talagang Filipina beauty? It's becoming less and less so far. As opposed to before, we had the Miriam Kiambaos, the other people who joined the pageant, talagang Pinoy na Pinoy. So when it comes to other candidates, are you seeing more ratio of Filipinas who are, is it right to say purebred? Parang it's not the right way to say it, but
like Filipino homegrown.
yes,
Filipino?
and or mixed in race.
I definitely agree that there's a disproportionate amount, like what you just said. I do think that it's still like half, especially in the last
also
10 years.
happy.
Yes,
ratio,
yes.
okay.
So I would love to see more, I don't know the word, like pure blood Filipinos. That I would love to see that. Morena beauty, I would love to see that more highlighted, because I feel like right now the representation is focused on fair skin, and that's quite unfortunate. So my dream would be for Filipinas, regardless of whether you're mestiza or morena or mixed, for them to feel like their beauty is, just as their beauty can be admired on the international stage as well.
But Air, for us, the cultural halfies, it's hard for us, right? But in America, we're too Filipino.
Yes.
Here in the Philippines, we're too American. How do you find that balance? When you're here, how do you become more Filipino? When you're in America, how do you, I guess, code switch and become more American? I don't know how that works.
I try to really immerse myself in the culture here, to just build authentic connections with people here, learn the language. Love the food. Of course, I love the food here.
Of course, as Kapampangans.
But what you said is so interesting, because in the States, everyone wants to be tan, and then here, people want to be white. So it's just an interesting dynamic to navigate. It's very hard.
Another word that's popping out a lot of times, especially this year, we were talking about it in the dressing room as well, is diaspora as well. And the people, of course, the Filipinos in the U.S., and this is somewhat of a good news, are taking more interest in the Filipino culture. That's why you have a lot of these Filipino designers, Filipino products being sold in the U.S. Ube, of course.
Ube calamansi.
Exactly, and even Filipino restaurants. Are you seeing it also in this generation? When you go back to the U.S., are there Filipinos who are also, searching and digging up for their culture?
Oh, for sure. Like in Chicago, there's so many Filipino restaurants, and they're all like a lot of people go. There's always lines. And I'm part of the Filipino Young Leaders program. So there's 23 Filipino Americans that actually we came here to the Philippines and started a legacy project to really help the Filipino people. So I feel like there's a genuine interest in Filipino Americans to learn more about our culture, to learn more about our values and heritage. And I think that's so interesting.
I just want to hear from your own words, what does it mean to be Filipino for you?
I think it means having a genuine interest in the Filipino people, having the heart and the character really serve the Filipino people. And I just think that it's important for me as a Filipina to really value our history as well, and to get to know what other people, like issues here, and like what other people would like to build our community.
Well said. And the winner is, ladies and gentlemen, Miss Air. Okay, seriously speaking though, I love that you mentioned the food scene in Chicago, right? Because I also got to visit Seattle, and nowadays, restaurants that serve Filipino dishes are not just being patronized by Filipinos themselves, but even the Americans and other people. There's a line there for Filipino breakfast. So it's not right anymore to say that, oh, we're getting there. We're already here, actually. When you go around the U.S., Filipino food, snacks are everywhere. What else or what other changes are you seeing? Because back in the day, I don't know if you know this, Mo, if Filipinos were asked, where are you from? Let's say you travel to the US, and this is like the early 90s. Talagang the colonial mentality is heavy back on those days. They would say, they would feel the shame to say Pinoy ako. But of course that has changed and evolved through time. So what else are we seeing? What other changes are we seeing right now, especially in the US?
I feel like being in the US, people are really curious to learn more about their culture, and so they'll proudly say, I'm Filipino, I'm Filipino American, and they appreciate Filipino art, they support Filipino businesses, Filipino artists like myself. So I think there's just a genuine interest in learning, how can we support Filipinos and Filipino Americans, as well as Filipinos from different countries, whether you're in Europe, like Sweden or London, So I think it's just very interesting. There's so many Filipinos everywhere, as you know. And yeah, I think that everyone is very supportive of one another.
What are your thoughts on the idea that Filipinos are more Filipino than the non-Filipinos living here?
I don't think there's, a checklist of what is more Filipino or not. I really think it's about your values and your character. It's not about geography. Being a Filipino is not necessarily about geography. It's about whether you have pride in helping the Filipino people, whether you have the heart, the character, the actions, the desire to really represent the Philippines. So for example, when you are a beauty queen, you serve as an ambassador for the Filipino people. You're sharing their perspectives. You're being a voice for the Filipino people. So you really need to learn, how can you advance the Philippines?
Well, actually, that's a great point that she mentioned. Because, with what happened with Brandon, the cancel culture here is also crazy. There's two discussions, right? The discussion of being happy and the cancel culture as well. What are your thoughts on the cancel culture and how fast he got canceled?
I do think that his comments were quite arrogant and controversial. I would love to see accountability from him. So I think before canceling someone, you should strive to understand, where did they get that mindset? Why did they say that? And just see, what is he thinking? Why did he say that? And maybe have a discussion rather than canceling someone right away.
Because it wasn't just one comment, right? It was a bunch of comments, so that's what happened.
Yes.
Well, since we can't have him here yet, maybe I want to dig in on your thoughts when you saw it. The moment that you saw it, what came into your mind? Aside from you thinking that, yes, it was quite arrogant, you wanted to understand where he was coming from, you being quite a cultural halfie, what went into your head?
So I do want to make a correction. I don't consider myself happy because I feel like my interpretation of happy is different. I consider a half white or a mixed person to be half. So for me, I consider myself more of a pure-blooded Filipina, I suppose. So when I read his comment, I was hurt. I think that he was heavily implying that mixed race individuals are superior to pure-blooded Filipinos, and I thought that that's that just raises the question of representation in the Philippines and beauty standards that are normalized here. So it was hurtful to me when I read the comments, and I just reread his comments over and over again and just trying to understand, why did he say this?
Same. I was angry too when I was reading the comments, and the fact that he replied to somebody saying he's an opportunist.
Yes.
So do you think that people do come here for that opportunity because they know, oh, I'm half Filipino, I'm half something, I can definitely work my beauty standard here in the Philippines? Do you think that's prevalent?
I think so. Not everyone, though. In his case, I do think that, just from his comments, it didn't seem like he was trying to immerse himself in learning our culture and our language and really learning the needs of the Filipino people. So he did seem to be quite an opportunist, and he even admitted to being one.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
I just wanted to also clarify to our viewers, there's another side to this story. And when it comes to, because our current Miss Universe right now, she's also a halfie. And of course, there's always going to be that crave for a halfie, also me being one myself, for the other side of your culture. So it's also very possible. So yeah, we'll have to know how things can be turned around. But it's not just in the Philippines, ha? Recently, J-Lo was also asked about this in a Subway interview. What makes a New Yorker a New Yorker? And she did say that you have to be born here.
Right.
And a lot of people talk like, no, I've lived in New York for 20 years. Doesn't that make me a New Yorker? So going back to your question, what makes a Filipino a Filipino?
I think their character and their understanding of Filipino culture, if they have curiosity to learn more about our culture, regardless of where they're born, they are Filipino. It doesn't matter where you were born. If you really have the heart to represent the Filipino people and to understand our customs, then you're Filipino. Yes.
Do you think pageants are doing a better job now, especially with the controversy happening, at maybe choosing their winners? Do you think there's a discussion now in the pageant world that's happening because of this?
I don't know. I wish there was more of a discussion, because I was looking at the comments of beauty queens in response to Brendan's comments, and no one has really touched upon the issue of beauty standards and colorism, and I wish more people would. That is really my wish, yes.
So is that your biggest takeaway, you think, that the Filipinos can learn from this controversy, is to have that discussion about the beauty standards here in the Philippines?
Absolutely. I think like the responses that I've seen talk more about identity, but not so much about representation and the beauty standards that we've come to normalize for generations and for many years. So I think for me, the biggest takeaway is that I would love for Filipino women, regardless of whether you are Mestiza Morena, full-blooded, half, to feel that they have equal opportunity for success and equal opportunity to represent the Philippines nationally and internationally.
You have in a very lovely way, represented being a Filipino in many aspects, not just in the pageant world. You mentioned that you are also part of the youth program.
Filipino Young Leaders Program.
Exactly,
yes.
and also, of course, with work where you work right now, where you've studied. So thank you so much
Thank you for having
being
me.
here
Yes.
and
Thank
sharing
you,
your
Arienne.
insights as well. It's been an honor.
Thank you
meeting
so much.
And
Thank
now
you.
she has to catch her flight back to
Oh,
the US.
yes.
Ladies and gents, the beautiful and the brains, Arian Calingo, all the way from the US. Thanks for being
Thank you.
here.
Thank you, Mo. Thank you so
Of
much.
course.
Well, before we let you go quickly, is there any message for everyone out there, especially the diaspora? We could be seen in the US as well, so please share your message to fellow Filipinos there.
My message is that, I feel like Filipinos are really excelling. We have 2 Filipinos that made it to the NBA Finals.
Yes.
We have a Filipina who won the Nobel Peace Prize. We have OFWs who, because of their hard work and selflessness, Filipinos have a reputation abroad for being resilient. And I'm just so proud and honored to be Filipino, and I'm sure you are as well.
Wow,
Well
Vanessa
said.
Hudgens is shaking. We have a new brand tourism ambassador over here. Thank you so much again. That was Arienne Calingo. Coming up, we'll speak with actress, singer, and beauty queen Patricia Javier. Don't go away. The Daily Dish will be right back.
So the stars shine down from heaven, and the rivers run into the sea, till the end and
Yes, actress, singer, and beauty queen, Miss Patricia Javier. Patricia, let me have that. Okay.
Welcome to the Daily Dish. We are so live and we're grateful to have you today. Of course, pag sinabing Patricia Javier, we've had you in the entertainment business for the longest time and people know you very well.
2 decades.
2 decades
diba?
already.
Oo.
Wow.
But yeah, before that, I would like to say good morning to all Daily Dish viewers. And syempre, I'm so excited to be here.
Thank
Sa
you
totoo
so
lang,
much for
Hindi ako
taking time.
nakatulog kagabi.
Why?
Oo, kasi sabi ko, naku, mga English doon. Eh.
Kagabi nga, hindi rin ako nakatulog kasi papunta ka. Pareho na tayo ngayon.
Quits na. Okay, well, I just want to say because kanina, our topic was about halfies, but also in a way, you're a halfie because your other half is Doc Rob, the American Doc Rob known for his chiropractor practice, right?
Yes.
Yeah, so
Oo.
you've been married also for how long already?
This year, 21 years.
Wow.
21 years also.
Yes.
And Ferdi revealed to us that your career span pala did not start with showbiz.
No.
You were also a beauty queen. Tell us about that.
Oo. I started, siguro mga 16 years old pa lang ako. Kasi yung mom ko talaga, she always, find ways na lagi niya akong pinopromote na sumali sa mga beauty contest. Not because kasi gusto ko talaga sumali. It's more on, sabi ko nga, I came from humble beginning and at the early age, I'm helping my family. So yun yung way para, alam mo yun, para meron kaming makain for that time na pag sumasali ako, lagi kasi akong I see to it na may maiuwi ako kahit isang sakong bigas pa yan. Parang ganun.
Really?
Yeah.
And did you come from a probinsya or dito ka lang sa Metro Manila?
I grew up naman kasi in Antipolo.
Okay.
So at that time, pero medyo malapit lang naman yun here sa Manila.
Correct.
Pero at that time, nung nakatira ako doon, we don't have electricity. So talagang I live sa parang bundok. Ganon ang setup. And I have a good childhood naman kasi I love climbing trees. Yun ang mga ginagawa ko lagi. Pagising sa umaga, mupitas ako ng kamatis, kinakain ko yan. Ganun yung life namin doon, ng bata ako. Tapos natuto ako mag-swim sa sapa.
Sa Sapa.
Sa river.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, Patricia, from humble beginnings, kung nasan ka ngayon now, yung song mo kanina, kasi pinapakinggan ko, ako yung one of those people na pag pinakinggan kanta, hindi nagsisink in yung lyrics eh. Yung melody lang ang napapakinggan ko. What's it about?
Okay, yung song ko kasi, it's about more on love, loving yourself, loving, unang-una muna is God.
Okay, so it's religious.
It's an inspirational song.
Okay, inspiration.
Pero pag narinig mo siya, parang it's a love about your partner.
Yeah, I was gonna ask you, para ba kay Doc Rob to?
Oo. Yes, una muna syempre sa Panginoon and then kay Doc Rob. Kasi dito sa song na to, sabing ganun, imagine me without you. Yung palang dapat munang hanapin mo yung relationship mo with God. And then after that, God will bless you a good person na talagang para sa'yo.
What made you decide to actually write or start to sing this song? Although you've always been singing, I think, naman ever since before, we would see you on TV, diba? But you were able to already do so much. You represented us in the world stage as a beauty pageant title holder even, diba? Kahit nakasal ka na. Why still pursue making and singing this song?
Kasi I believe na, di ba, habang nag-grow tayo, dapat nire-reinvent natin yung sarili natin. Kung yung dati, parang I started lang yung pa-model-model, as a model. Ngayon, siguro at the stage of my life, I wanna be a role model.
Ibang model
Ah,
naman.
Ibang
from supermodel to role model.
Oo, di ba?
Ako naman from role model, gusto ko rin maging supermodel one day. Baliktad.
Pwede naman, di ba?
Okay, so that's the path that you are looking for right now.
Yes, yun na nga, parang I wanna inspire our women na it doesn't matter kung saan ka nanggaling. The important is yung now, yung ngayon, kung ano ka.
Ikaw ba nagsulat ng kanta?
For this one, this is a revival song.
From?
Yes, this is an international song kasi. Si Jackie Velasquez yung unang ano to, but that's maybe 30 years ago.
Okay.
And then sabi ko, wow, this song is really parang
It touched you.
It touched my heart
Okay.
na kasi before I was parang sabi kong ganon, sino kaya yung magmamahal sa akin ng totoo? May mga ganong ako na even though sabi na, you're Patricia Javier, it's easy for you to find love, ganon. Pero deep inside of me, parang there's something missing.
Bakit? Madaming beses ka na ba naloko?
Ay, hindi naman. Sabi ko, hindi naman. Parang siguro it's my own insecurity in a way na parang before I felt na, I started yung nag-sexy ka, tapos ngayon iniisip mo, kasi ever since sabi ko, I wanna have a good family. Yun ang talaga dream ko sa buhay ko. Magkaroon ako ng maayos na family.
So doon nanggagaling yung, sandali lang, may decisions before na, syempre trabaho lang to
Oo.
na gusto mong linisin, basically, at who's gonna accept me for that?
Oo.
Okay.
Oo. Parang sa akin nun sabi ko, nako, siguro wala nang seryoso sa akin kasi akala nila, kasi they know you as sexy Patricia, di ba? Parang ganun. Tapos sabi ko, I'm hoping someday na maka-find ako ng talagang taong who will love me for who I am talaga.
And 21 years later, andyan pa rin siya.
Yes! At dumudugo pa rin ang aking ilong. Diba? No, I'm so blessed talaga na sabi ko nga, when I accept God in my life, totally have relationship with Him, grabe yung blessings na natanggap ko.
Where did you meet Doc Rob? For those who don't know the love story.
Sa San Diego, California. So, yung manager ko dati na si Jessica Rodriguez, pinadala niya ako sa San Diego kasi meron tayong mga Filipino community doon na nag-show ako, kumanta ako doon. Tapos, we have common friends, pinakilala ako. Yun.
Was it love at first sight?
It was love at first crack. First crack talaga. No, which is, I can say, yeah, it's love at first sight. I think it's a perfect timing na nung na-meet ko siya. And then, sabi ko nga, that night, kasi di ba, you know if this is the one.
Yes.
Parang, alam mo yung gabi, hindi natatapos, di ba? Nakausap mo, parang ganyan. Tapos, I remember that night, after nun sabi niya, siguro mga 2 a.m. na kami naghiwalay. Kwento lang kwento. Tapos sabi niya sa akin, can I invite you for breakfast? Tapos sabi ko, grabe, 2 a.m. tapos breakfast naman, di ba? Parang, okay. Tapos nang in-invite niya.
May ibang nililiyan mga panahon na ngayon.
Di ba? Tapos,
wow.
Tapos noon, after noon, sabi ko, oh sure. Tapos dinala niya ako dun sa napakagandang place sa San Diego, La Jolla.
La Jolla, yeah.
Kasi yung clinic niya kasi nandoon somewhere in La Jolla. Tapos the first thing sabi niya, I want to introduce to you, chiropractic. Kasi when your body is aligned, everything flows in the right direction. Ganon, sabi niya.
Magaling pala to si Doc Rob. Can I invite you for breakfast? Tapos I want to align you agad? Ano ba yan?
Tapos alam mo yon, pag align niya sa akin, napaiyak ako kasi I felt a relief. And right away, sabi ko, sarap naman ang feeling. So at the back of my mind, second day to at the back of my mind, sabi ko, God, this is the one. May ganun akong Pero
Na-align ka hindi lang physically, metaphorically
Yeah, at
also.
first crack.
Crack.
So ngayon sabi ko nga, di ba? Sabi ko, pag in-interview ako, si Doc Rob, hindi lang likod ko in-align niya, pati buhay ko.
Pati puso mo.
Pati puso ko.
Wow.
Okay, I really need to ask this because Patricia Javier, of course, is known being in the showbiz life for 20 years, di ba?
Yeah.
Pag sinabing Patricia Javier, talagang alam. We can't take it away, and it's a beautiful thing. Talagang sexy, maganda, di ba? This type of woman na pretty face and sexy. But who is Patricia Javier now?
Right now, I can say na I'm in the right place na right now, I just like to help our community. I want to give back to the community. Yun yung parang it makes my heart more happy na. Kasi, not because I have everything, but it's because I know kung paano yung wala. moment.
So, are you trying to say this is Patricia Javier's full circle moment?
I can say that. yeah.
Wow! Oh,
You know,
not a lot of people can say
Giving back
that.
already.
Yes.
Yeah, because when you say that let's mention the titles that you actually had as well. Dalawa pa, di ba? So that's Mrs. Universe.
Finest Woman 2019 and then Noble Queen of the Universe 2019.
Ikaw
So,
kaya? Kailan ka sasali?
Mrs.
Yeah.
Pwede siya.
Di ba? Maganda naman
Alam
si
mo
Chal.
pang Noble Queen siya.
What made you decide that, you're already known here in the Philippines, I'm gonna be a title holder, I want to join. What made you decide on that?
Siguro it's our advocacy na mag-asawa. Kasi right now, or ever since na lumipat kami sa Philippines, wala kaming inisip kundi, how can we help the community to be healthier? Diba? Dun sa ginagawa ng asawa ko na pagka-Cairo niya, not only that, parang parang it's organically nag-grow na, okay, when we go to these places, people need something, ganyan. So sabi namin, let's just put a foundation. So right now we have Doc Rob Share Your Blessings Foundation. We have these 4 programs. We have education, and then we also have building homes, and we have this mga feeding program, mga back to school. Kasi parang feeling ko, yun talaga yung purpose naming mag-asawa nung pumunta kami dito sa Philippines.
To help out your fellow Filipinos
Yeah.
and big communities.
Kaya nga sabi namin, every time you come to our clinic or avail our products, you're being part of our giving back to the community. Kasi yun yung pinaka-main purpose why we put the clinic here.
Wow. All right. Patricia Javier, we're so happy that you found your purpose
Thank you.
with your husband. And of course, now your song or single is out. So I
Yes.
hope you can invite our viewers to go check it out.
Yes, I would like to invite everyone. Please download my song, Imagine Me Without You. Nasa Spotify na po yan. This is under Viva Records. At mag-join din po kayo na mag-send po kayo ng reel nyo using my song at itag nyo lang po ako. At baka kayo po ang mapili at mananalo ng mga magagandang prizes from Doc Rob Chiropractic Wellness Center.
Thank you very much, actress, singer, and beauty queen, of course, Patricia Javier. Thank you so much.
Thank you. We'll take a quick break. Don't go away. The Daily Dish will be right back.
Next week on The Daily Dish, we'll have the chairperson of Modern and Contemporary Art Festival, or MOCAP, Chairperson Colleen Wong. That's it for us today, Friday. Join us again on Monday for more Real Talk.
And more spilled tea.
With Zero Filter, I'm Monique Tuzon-Basi. Anytime's a good time because it's always more fun with us.
Yes, that's true. I'm Ferdi Salvador, always on top of the news and stories that matter most. Midday Report with Maya Rodriguez is up next. Stay tuned to the Bilyonaryo News Channel.
I'm Chal Lontoc, and as always, salamat for making us your lunchtime companion. That's The Daily Dish. Sir!